Hello, brave, wonder-filled soul friends. A message has come clear, and it's something I've been working with for a while now and would like to share, for it is truly important. Healing our subconscious neural pathways, the actual wiring occurring within our brain through energetic engagement unconsciously that affects our subconscious and dominantly impacts our experience of our own conscious awareness and unfolding life experience. The focus is on intention. What we do matters less than the reason we're doing it. The tricky part is that a lot of the time, most of the time, the intentions are occurring unconsciously. And the reason we might suppose ourselves to be engaging in this behavior or this habit are actually a cover up created from another part of our brain to try and explain away the thing that's happening deeper within ourselves. For example, giving a gift is a beautiful thing. But if I am giving a gift from an unconscious intention of unworthiness, then giving the gift is not perpetuating authentic, unconditional love. It's actually perpetuating a neural pathway in my brain that has these unconscious messages of unworthiness. And to heal that, I would bring that into my awareness, reroute the intention, reroute the manner of the action, and plant energetic seeds for new neural pathways to grow that speak about my worthiness as one of infinite examples. There was a time where we would spontaneously give away our belongings because we liked the feeling of giving and we loved our friends and we enjoyed watching them receive and we enjoyed engaging in this energetic, communicative effort of giving love. It took years to realize that the unconscious intention was that was the belief system that my worthiness within relationships was dependent on what I could give people, not in who I authentically was. And thus, if I was not perpetually giving, then I was unworthy of the friendship, and being in that place of unworthiness made me uncomfortable and created a compulsion to give something, and that relieved the feeling of unworthiness. And so there's nothing wrong with giving, but if the unconscious intention, the secret reason behind the reason of the action, is perpetuating a neural pathway in the brain affecting the neurophysiological application of consciousness engagement that needs healing, then the action must be rerouted so that the intention can be brought into conscious awareness and transformed. Healing our consciousness, healing these subconscious neural pathways, rewiring our brain, requires the uncovering of the deeper reasons for the things that we do. There is now science supporting that. It's floating. There is now science supporting that 80% of our decision making stems from aspects of our brain that occur completely beyond all conscious awareness, immediate control, and direct knowing. 80% of the way that we conduct ourselves in day-to-day affairs, from big decisions to small choices, stems from unconscious belief systems, often stemming from the attachment development that helped to shape our neurophysiological growth during early childhood, from the stage of being thin, miraculous sheets of cells and a liquid body inside of a womb to being a little baby and then starting to be a toddler. From all of those ages, things beyond our control help to shape us. The beautiful part is that our brains can always be rewired. The brain we live in today does not need to be the brain we live in a few years from now unless we choose for it to be so. There is always power within each unfolding moment. Every moment is allowed to be a miraculous opportunity, and we always have the chance to reroute our neural pathways in our brain to rewire our consciousness from the inside out of our brain-body system. We are not powerless. Power is not a feeling, it is a knowing. Feelings are simply a part of the experience, but a knowing is the truth of who and what you are and the reality of your being beyond what you feel. Healing requires the rerouting of our automated capacities of consciousness so that we can grow into our authentic beings and transform our unfolding life experience from the inside out. And we always have power in this place. There is always power. And when every moment is taken as an opportunity, when every moment is embraced despite the feelings, despite the pain, when courage is chosen, when these aspects of self-state, personal power, soul self, and self-leadership, when these aspects are chosen, we can reroute the automated wiring within our consciousness and plant energetic seeds to grow a beautiful garden in the mind that we inhabit, transforming our brain-body system, rerouting the automated capacities of our nervous systems, rerouting the brain wiring that creates our thoughts, re-engaging the manner in which we respond to our own sensations of consciousness, somatic sensations, and emotional sensations. It all holds beauty. And we see the beauty when we start to uncover the truth of who we are, when we start to peel back the layers within us by uncovering the reasons for what we do. We heal our consciousness by planting seeds of conscious intention so that the unconscious intention no longer has power. And it is always a process. Healing is always gradual and never linear, and we are allowed to take our time with the miraculous everyday healing journey of life. It is allowed to be a process. But the process only begins when we choose for it to begin. The process only begins when we consciously decide, this is my time. The process only begins when we choose intentionality and consciousness, awareness within our unfolding life experience, refusing to believe the automated messages arising from within us. Your thoughts and feelings do not define you. You are not your experiences. Your identity is more. And it's okay if you can't see that. It is still true. The reasons for the things that we do and the manner in which we conduct ourselves in day-to-day affairs has much more to do with the wiring of our brain than with the truth of our identity. And we step into our identity when we consciously reroute our brain wiring by planting seeds of conscious intention. Healing is less about what we do and more about how and why we do it. The externals are tools. But the power of the tools is not in the tools. The power of the tools is in our energy that is harnessing the tools. the reasons, the internal sensations that lead us towards these actions of habits and behavior and expression and decision making and perceptual cognitive grasping are much more important than the end result. The internal energy is where our power is, and it's where the difficulties arise from. The aspects of ourselves that need rewiring are not about these things, it's about our energy. And the place that we have power, even when we have no control, is within our energy. And our consciousness is energy. Our brain body system is energy. This aspect of physicality only exists as such because of the miracle of energy, the way that all of these miraculous little microscopic cells and atoms are vibrating at a particular frequency that create this sensation, and the way that my neurophysiological applications of consciousness are interpreting this experience to translate the message into physicality from within my perceptual awareness. At the core of everything is energy. The power that we possess and the difficulties that we desire to reroute so we can reclaim our lives and the unfolding storybook of who we are in the world both lie in our energy. And when we choose conscious intention moving through our day, when we choose to do things based on an internal energetic sensation and not just based on the external action, we plant seeds that can heal us from the inside out. And this is everything, my friends. My brave, wonder-filled soul friends, this is everything. Because even when we are drowning in decades of traumatic stress, even when we are living with chronic dissociation where absolutely nothing feels real, or the things that feel real feel terrifying, even when we are drowning in chronic panic attacks that cause us to collapse and feel chest pains like a heart attack and lose the ability to breathe, even when we are so depressed that we can't imagine a tomorrow, much less imagine embracing today, when we are drowning in these sensations, we still have power. We always have power. Power is not a feeling, it's a knowing. It's a truth that exists beyond our feeling. And we can harness this power that we have by prioritizing our internal energy, growing capacities of consciousness to be unconditionally present with ourselves, growing cognitive capacities of consciousness to be able to observe multiple sections and portions and aspects of unfolding life experience from within us, to be able to notice my hand here and a sensation inside is a way to practice dual awareness that grows our cognitive capacities of consciousness so that we have more power from within our energy. Traumatic stress is energy, depression is energy, anxiety is energy, dissociation is energy. And because these things are energy, they can be healed through our energy when we consciously harness it. And I'm not talking about things I've learned in books. I'm talking about things I've learned from going through the depths of hell and proving these things to be true. The proof is in the pudding, and I am the pudding. Healing is about bringing the shadow into the light, not to change it, but to illuminate its essence. Healing is not about changing who we are, it is about becoming more of who we are. And you, my friends, you are not your pain. You are not your pain. You are not your experiences. You are not comprised of the things that have happened to you. That is not who you are. You are not a diagnosis. You are not a problem. You are not a disorder. You are not a battle. Those are part of your experiences, not aspects of your identity. You are more. And you are already enough. You are already love, light, and miracles at the core of your consciousness. This is the truth that studying neuroscience has led me to uncover. This is the truth that healing myself from decades of traumatic stress has led me to uncover. So, my dear friends, please take hope. Please take heart. Please love yourself a little deeper. Please extend to yourself a little more grace. Please believe in your power even when you do not feel it is there. Please challenge the automated perceptions within your consciousness by establishing compassionate, loving presence without agreeing or identifying with what is arising. Please create space for your everyday healing journey of life, because you are worth it. I promise you, from the powers in all the cosmic galaxies, I promise that you are worth it even when you do not feel that way. And I promise that you are not alone. Though our experience is lived in this body that is not connected with other bodies, we are not in this thing of life alone. And I am with you. I am sending you energetic healing vibrations. I am sending you love and light. I believe in you, and I see you. I see your battles. I see your struggle, and I know it's hard. But you are not defined by your hardship, and you do have the power to rise up through the struggles. Like a fiery phoenix burning from the ashes, you shall rise again. The best is yet to come, and we have only just begun. From my heart to yours, I thank you, and I love you. Namaste, soul friends. The courageous warrior light in me sees and honors. The courageous warrior light in you. And if you are ever seeking extra support along your healing journey of life, we invite you to join our community of kindred connections. That's a free online support group that we host on Facebook, and we would love to have you. You are not alone, and there is always hope through even the deepest depths of darkness. Blessings.